welcome to First Things First. I'm Jenna Wolf, alongside Nick Wright, Brandon Marshall,
just happy to see
Kevin
you guys.
Wilds,
It's a good morning.
And guys,
good morning.
For 16 years since we started this show, I've been asking Nick Wright every single morning since LeBron has been playing, are you nervous? Are you worried? Are you concerned? He laughs at me, he ignores me, he moves on. For the first time, I can honestly not ask the question because I don't think there is a concerned cell in your body. Nick's a happy, relieved guy today. Five.
I'm not sure.
I can't wait to
Brandon Marshall
hear
may
that,
have something to say about
Sometimes
that.
Brandon fakes us out with his take. He's like, I'm not sure, and then he's like, no, I'm sure. Actually, I'm sure.
All right, well, here's why. Game 4, NBA Finals. Miami looking to tie up the series. Remember, Jimmy Butler said they would. Well, the Heat needed to keep looking. LeBron and AD in cruise control. The King finished 28, 12, and 8. Anthony Davis hit a clutch 3 with less than a minute to go to seal it for the Lakers. And even though Miami did get Bam Adebayo back, the Lakers seem to have had an answer for everything Miami threw at them last night. Lakers now 1 win away from their 17th title in franchise history. Here is LeBron James after the game.
When I woke up from my nap this morning after our team meeting, I just felt that. I felt that vibe. I felt that pressure. I felt like for me personally, this was one of the biggest games of my career, and just wanted to relay that message to my teammates, what type of zone I was in, what type of moment it was, because I just know how great of a team that we're playing against. And after the Game 3 win, that confidence that they had, that they still have, even after tonight's loss, they're just a gritty, so damn well-coached team. But I feel like if we want to be a championship ball club, if we really want to be a championship team, then we gotta have that same grit and that same attitude. So it's just my mindset.
LeBron James is dialed in. Nick, what was the key to last night's Lakers win?
Oh, well, to me, it's pretty obvious. You've got the best defensive player in the league, and he showed it in Anthony Davis by guarding Jimmy Butler. And you have the best player in the league who also doubles as the best closer in the league, and you saw it by his second half, most notably fourth quarter performance, because LeBron was bad in the first half. There's no way around it. After turning the ball over a bunch in Game 3, he turned the ball over a bunch early in Game 4. And, Jenna, if you were taking a Nick Wright nervousness test like you were alluding to earlier, around halftime I was thinking, well, this doesn't look great. LeBron is sloppy with the ball, the Heat feel good, and then everything changed. And in that fourth quarter, LeBron hit that turnaround jump shot you just saw. He made this impossible play. And those were the only baskets he made in the fourth, but he still finished with 11 fourth quarter points. Why? Because bad free throw shooting LeBron James went 7 of 7 from the free throw line and had the biggest assist of the night on the biggest swing play of the night, down to the Heat where Jimmy Butler misses an open corner 3, LeBron pushes up the court, and old KCP, old reliable Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, hits a corner 3 of his own, the biggest swing play of the game right here with 3 minutes left. And so when you've got the best player in the league who will not allow his team to lose a fourth quarter lead, and you've got a defensive player in Anthony Davis who, Brandon, even if he doesn't have a great offensive night, his fingerprints are all over the game. That's how you go up 3-1 in the finals. That's how you're en route to winning the championship on Friday.
So you weren't at all nervous, Nick? Not a little?
Hand
just
never
a little.
shook. Like in The Departed.
Bro,
never shook. Totally.
I'm sorry.
Totally
so at halftime,
drinking some echinacea.
Hey, Jenna.
Yeah,
Jenna, it came down to stamina.
Ahead,
I mean, this was an old-fashioned, great defensive battle, extra possessions. This was just great defense, low-scoring game. At halftime, Nick, I'm sorry, I had to call D. Wade. I called him. I said, bro, how is it that the
name
Miami
dropper.
Heat I'm like, how is it that the Miami Heat is sticking with the Lakers? And he talked about strategy. He said, look, when you play against really good players, you can do things to get them out of rhythm. And he was obviously referring to AD and LeBron James. And he talked about how they're playing man, they're playing zone, they're playing match zone. And to me, that obviously listening to D Wade, that was the tale of the first half. But then LeBron James, as we always know, he figures it out. We don't talk about it a lot, but his basketball IQ is out of this world, and we don't talk about it because he's great at almost everything. Outside of closing, with Kyrie Irving talked about last week, but we'll leave that in last week's discussion. But last night was really interesting to me, Jenna. Nick, and the reason why I asked you about nervousness is because.
Oh, hang on, we are being interrupted.
What, Wilds?
Hold on,
because you're talking
what's
about
up, Wilds?
The Dwayne Wade thing is too weird to let it move on. It's too. I know you want to analyze the game, but you name dropped. You called Dwayne Wade, who's maybe the Heat's greatest player, during a pivotal game in the Heat's franchise, and you, Brandon Marshall, like, I'm gonna call Dwayne Wade up. The audacity. Yeah. This was a real call or a text? It's a real call.
No, this was a call. This was a call.
A real call is even further insane, and the fact that he picked it up.
Yeah,
that's the story of the
he's not doing anything else. He's just watching the game. You know, he got his feet kicked up, probably having a Budweiser. I think he sponsors Budweiser. He's probably sitting there watching the game. Of course, I'm gonna call D Wade. I want to understand because here's the deal, as analysts at times, even me as a football guy and watching football games, and we'll talk about the Dallas Cowboys, a lot of times we see something, but we don't know what it really is. Like when you look at the Dallas Cowboys, there's so many breakdowns that we don't know from the outside. And obviously D Wade being close to the organization, he knows exactly what's going on. He's probably talking to Spo. He's definitely talking to Jimmy Butler. So I wanted the inside scoop. Isn't this what we do on TV?
Why is he talking to Brandon Marshall?
This is what some of us do on TV.
That's
like, isn't this what we do? Like, we don't all do that.
You guys got insiders. My insider happened to be D Wade.
No, what you did is you probably cost the Heat the game. Dwayne Wade probably needs to talk to Spo and Jimmy Butler. He's like, hold on, I've got former Jet and the Chicago Bears great Brandon Marshall on the line that needs to prep for the show. And Spo's like, all right, I guess we'll hold on. We wanted to hear your insights, but I know you got to talk to Brandon. Like, okay,
so
bye.
Wait, quick, what was your number one? What was the big takeaway when you hung up the phone? You were like, oh, now I get it. What was the big takeaway from talking to D Wade?
Well, I was ready to come in here and talk about the Miami Heat winning, but, you know, obviously LeBron James and his high basketball IQ figured out exactly what they were doing. And then, obviously, playoff Rondo kicked in. He didn't score any points. He scored at one basket, but he had 7 key rebounds. I mean, at the biggest moments in the game, Rondo was tipping the ball out, rebounding, and that was big. And LeBron James, you know, he didn't play great to me, but he hit some big shots. I mean, he was hot when he needed to be hot. So, to me, that was the difference. It was the tale of two halves.
All right, again, Lakers topped Miami last night. They're now 1 win shy of the NBA title. Phones everywhere are lighting up because Brandon Marshall's on a rampage to make calls. Take a turn, big trouble in Big D. Wait till you hear who is coming down hard on that Dallas